Okay, welcome to the second part of our examination success tips or success nuggets. In the first part, which is the part one of the video, we discuss some of the things that you need to note before your examination or before going to the exam hall. So if you have not watched the video, just check at the playlist where I have a mentorship playlist. You also see that topic there on examination success tips. Okay, you can see all the information that you need to know or you need to have in mind, things you need to have in mind or you need to prepare before going to the exam. In this part 2, I want to see how I can make it brief. We're discussing things you need to do while you are in examination hall already. So like I said earlier, it is good that you prepare, and then it's also good that you adhere to instruction while it is time for you to deliver or while you're in exam hall. So the first thing that you need to note is you need to do while you're in exam hall. Once you are being served your papers, okay, ensure that you read through the entire papers. Start by scanning the entire question paper to get an overview of the sections and question types. Now, some exams have type A, type B, type C, especially exams that are objective based. So you are going to look at it very well and ensure that you don't mix them up, alright? Because sometimes they are doing the type so that it will be very difficult for you to discuss with your friend accordingly. Then you also read the instruction. Make sure you read the instruction to know what you're expected to do. If the question says question 1 is compulsory, then you have to also make sure you do that. But lest I forget, before doing all this, okay, ensure that you write your name, your maths number, your matric number, registration number on your answer booklet. Very, very important. And then not just that, don't forget to sign attendance. Don't forget to sign attendance, because if anything happens to your results, if you have any missing script or any issue, the only thing that can show that you actually participated in the exam is your attendance. Your name has to be on attendance list. Very, very important. Okay, let's go. Number 2, plan your approach. Quickly jot down key points or ideas for each section, each answer, before diving to maintain clarity and structure in your response. So this is basically for essay exams where you are given a question to explain or to expatiate on a particular concept. Or sometimes, let's assume in an English language where you are asked to write an essay or a letter, a formal letter. You don't just start, but what will happen, you plan your approach. Write at the points how you want to arrange them so that it will make sense. For clarity, you prepare it, structure it very well, so that at the end of the day you put them together to make a meaning. So that's one of the things you need to do, okay, for theory exams of that kind. Number 3, prioritize question. Begin with the questions you are most confident about to gain momentum and build confidence for the rest of the exams. Now remember that the order by which you answer the question does not matter. You can answer question 100 first, any of them doesn't matter. The examiner is going to mark it accordingly. The only thing you need to do that, make sure you put the numbering properly, and of course you always advise that if possible you can write each question in each page. But in the case where you notice that the paper will not be enough for you to answer the question, then you can always keep a line or two before you continue the next question, at least to make sure that to space out the question, the answers accordingly, to give a clarity and a clear view of whatever you have done to the examiner or the person that is going to mark your scripts. Alright, so prioritize the questions. So you're expected to answer the question you know best, like I said, and ensure that you follow the questions okay, the way it should be. Okay, number 4, manage your time wisely. Like we said earlier, time management is very important even before and during exams. Allocate specific time limit for each questions or section, ensuring you have ample time to attempt all questions. When you are given an exams and you know the time for each of the exams, check out the question. That's why it's good that you go through the questions, look at the strength of the questions based on your preparation. Ask yourself, this 2 hours, how do I allocate it to these questions? Divide the time accordingly and make sure you start up. Like I call it, that first stage you start up, it just to enable you have an overview of what you are going to do. You might not finish up exactly, but try to ensure that you finish up before time. So allocate specific time. So any question that is taking much time, you can skip it and then take off the other one. That is why you are always advised to start up with the one you know best. At times, the one you know best might be time consuming, but you have to be very, very careful so that it doesn't take the whole of your time, because that is not the only question that you need to work on that will give you a complete mark. Alright, so like I said, manage your time wisely, then stay calm, take deep breaths, and stay composed. If you feel anxious or overwhelmed during the exam, focus on the task at hand. And sometimes you might feel anxious, overwhelmed, sometimes maybe while you are trying to figure out a particular question, or you are doing a particular calculation that at the end the answer you are getting, you know that shouldn't be the results, or the result is not giving you what maybe it should be a question that was already solved in class, maybe a solved example, or question that you have already solved before. Now maybe in the course of you solving in the exam hall, due to the tension and the condition of the exam, you see that the answer you got, it does not even match what you had earlier in your notebook or your lecture notes. You feel anxious, so just stay calm, take a deep breath, compose yourself. You can just give it some time and then you come back later before you know you get it. If not, you keep rolling around through that question without getting it done, and that may also affect other questions which you might on a normal day attempt or solve it properly. Number 6, skip difficult questions. So this is in line with what I've said. Anyone that's giving you a challenge, if you encounter a tough question, don't get stuck. Move on to easier questions and return to them later. So I've mentioned that earlier. Don't allow any question that will get you stuck. That's why you start with the one you know best. The numbers you know best. Pick the one you know. And it's not a must that if they say question 1 A, B, C, you must answer it. If you know you can answer question 1 A, B, and you don't know C, you can also pick C from any of the number or from any place and then complete it. This is the trick that most students don't actually know or discover. If you need more clarity on this, just drop me a DM or drop in the comment section. I will explain better. Alright. Number 7, check your answers. Review your responses for errors, completeness, and accuracy before submitting the exams. So like I do say, it is always advisable that you finish up your work. Alright, finish up your work on time. Like if an exam is 1 hour, try and finish up everything at least 45 minutes. So they can use the next 5-10 minutes or 15 minutes to review and check, because sometimes you might make mistake, especially objective exams. You might know the answer, but you might think different thing. Even the theory, there are some things you may have written that is not actually okay, or you are solving a calculation, but by the time you go through it again, by then you are now familiar with the system, you are now comfortable with the environment, you understand the environment, you are now used to it now, unlike when you started earlier from the beginning. So by the time you go through it, everything will come back again and you can be able to put them right. So check your answers, review your responses for error and completeness, and then do what you're supposed to do. Like I said, double check. Number 8, double check details. Ensure you have provided all required information like your name, exam roll number, that is your registration number, and any other that which may be your math number, and any other details specified by the examiner. Of course, this is supposed to come first. Like I said, make sure you write your name, your math number, JAM number, whatever number that you are using, registration number, serial number, seat number, any instruction that is being given. At times they will say write your math number on both your answer sheets and your question paper. Make sure you follow up that. Okay. Number 9, manage your energy. Take short breaks to stretch, relax your mind, refocus if you feel fatigued during the exams. Yeah, sometimes you might have exam that stays for like hours, for like 2 hours, 3 hours. You understand? Of course, when you know that you are so stressed up, you can just stand. Take permission from the invigilator. Just give it time to stand, stretch yourself. You can even walk out, maybe go to ease yourself, come back, and then you continue. If not, you break down. Especially if you're on drugs, or like if you were sick and you just managed to come to the examination hall, you have to give yourself some breaks so that you don't break down. Is that okay? So you have to manage your energy and ensure that you watch out your strengths in the exam so that you don't break down. Lastly, maintain a positive attitude. Maintain a positive attitude. There could be some kind of thing that may happen in the exam hall, and then maybe like issues that may be taking place that may try to upset you, trying to turn the environment around, okay? Or things maybe you have prepared for a particular thing and then you were not that sure of the question or what you answered or what you are about answering, and then you are like, am I sure I'm getting this thing? And you keep cleaning, keep erasing, keep doing this, doing it again, and then before you know, you're upset. So stay positive and confident in your abilities. Focus on doing your best and trust in your preparation and knowledge. Now, in every exam, have a target. That in this exam, anyhow, be able to have a B, a C, a D, an A, of course, which is what everybody intends. But based on your preparation, you know that these exams is not something that you are going to get an A. Just do your best and then leave the hall. Now, I want to add to this, please, very, very important. Whenever you are asked to stop, stop. Because there's some invigilator that will not take it kindly with you whenever they say stop and you are still writing. That's another thing I need to say. Another one again is that whenever you are being given scripts, some students are fond of staying for minutes, spending 10 to 15 minutes not doing anything. And then at the end, they'll be expecting for extra minute, extra time. That may not be possible. Then another important thing is that you need to carry all your writing materials. All your writing materials, make them available. Make sure you make them available. I think I was supposed to mention that in my first materials I was preparing. Let me check that. Okay, let me check that. Okay, on that number 6, talk about reading instruction carefully. Take a few moments to read through all the instruction provided on the exam paper and ensure you understand the requirements. Okay, then start with confidence. Okay, begin with the question you know best. Then check your work. Okay, this is one I needed to show you. Okay, number 5 here says prepare your materials. Pack unnecessary items such as pens, pencils, eraser, course form, ID card, if whatever thing is required, and any permitted reference material the night before to avoid last minute stress. Yes, this is what you need to get prepared. And in exam hall, all these things has to be provided. Sometimes you might not be told, but it's part of the rules and regulation of the exams to bring your ID card, to bring this. Make sure you get them ready and get extra. For example, the pen, the pencil, the calculator, the eraser, math sets. Get them and get them extra. Okay, so that you'll not be disappointed. Okay, and then don't forget that borrowing is also a form of examination malpractice. And sometimes you might not be lucky if somebody borrow from you. In the course of taking that thing, collecting that thing back, you might be penalized. Or you're going to borrow from somebody, You might be paralyzed also, or you might cause the other person to receive that impact, which is not going to be okay at the end of the exams. So do what is right, follow exam rules and regulations, exam guidelines, and ensure you do according to your strengths. But before this, ensure you get prepared. No exam is difficult, no exam is tough or hard, no exam is challenging. It all depends on your preparation. Get all study materials, get yourself equipped with all the information you need for these exams, ask questions, and make sure you abide by the rule. As you do this, the sky be at 13 points. Thank you, and then I wish to see you in the other section of our videos on what to do after your exams. What to do after your exams. So if you have any question, you have any challenge, you have anything you want to ask, drop it on the comment section, and make sure you share this video to other of your classmates, your course-mates, or anybody that needs the writing exam soon or soonest. And let's grow this academic community and make it a better place and a very important and interesting one. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and turn on notifications so that you can get all my content as soon as I drop them. Peace out.